Hey there, Scorpio, and welcome to your April 5th to April 11th, 2021 tarot reading. About to give you a general oracle card here to give a vibe for the reading. Then we'll do a 3-card spread, past, present, future with the Rider-Waite. A couple clarifiers and an outcome card with the Zombie Tarot. Hopefully all is well. Remember, Scorpio, though, that these are general readings, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Don't try to make something fit that doesn't. Don't try to make any big leaps in logic with any of this stuff. So hopefully all is well though, Scorpio. And just got a pop out for you. So Scorpio, your general vibe card here is the Here and Now card. So it's a card about the here and now, obviously. Whatever you're dealing with in the present, just worry about that. Don't try to worry about the future or dwell on the past, right? Just deal with what's in front of you right now. So I like that, Scorpio. I feel like too many people get hung up about the past, hard not to, you feel like you ever sit there late at night being like, oh, all the mistakes I made, right? And they just come crawling in when you're least expecting it, right? And it just sucks. So just don't worry about that kind of stuff right now. And don't worry about the future either. Don't feel like, oh no, I've wasted my life and my future is doomed. It's don't worry about that right now. There's loads of road ahead of you to put everything back together, Scorpio. So I like that. That's a good message to start off with. Good message for everybody to hear, really, Scorpio. Not just yourself, but maybe you take a little special care with it this week. All right, so as Spike goes careening across the screen, let's give this deck one last shuffle, and I had a pop out here for you. So Scorpio, in your past, we have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is a card of sort of balance. It's a card of giving, but not giving so much that it hurts you. And giving to those who need it, as giving what people need to them. Like a shaky table from a fat cat jumping across. But it's sort of saying you see this guy on the right, or on my right, he needs those 3 pentacles, right? He needs the 3 pentacles more than the other guy needs 3 pentacles. And that's why he gives the other guy only 2 pentacles. And he keeps 1 pentacle for himself because that's all he needs is 1 pentacle. And that's what it's saying is give what people need. Don't overgive to people, and don't overgive that it hurts you. It's sort of saying, just kind of give everybody what they need. Don't give them too much. Don't give them too little. And don't give so much that it hurts you, as I keep saying. And it's a card of balance, mainly. So in your past, I feel like you're coming from a place of balance and coming from a place of being kind of generous, Scorpio. So I like that. In your present, we got the Page of Swords. So a young at heart person. Pages are all young at heart people who are just starting to kind of get in touch with whatever their arcana is. And the Page of Swords would be getting in touch with sort of communications, getting in touch with your own thoughts, and getting in touch with how you present yourself in a vocal way, right? So it seems like right now if this isn't a Page of Swords coming in, which could be an air sign, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, if this isn't that kind of a person coming in, it's you then, or somebody maybe. But it's sort of saying right now, maybe right now, here and now, you should be focusing on your thoughts and communications. Really pay attention to what people are saying to you as well as what you are saying to others, right? What are your thoughts on your mind? Are you constantly being in negative thoughts? So maybe that's why you're dwelling on the past, like I was talking about before. Or maybe you're constantly thinking in kind of a negative way about the future and having anxieties and such about that. And that's why you're so worried about the future. But if your thoughts were more positive and you were thinking positive and trying to bring positivity in your life, you would be more positive about those things. The past being something that you can learn from, right? We all make mistakes. And the beautiful thing about mistakes is that you learn from your mistakes, right? If you don't learn from your mistakes, you're doomed to repeat them, right? So learning from your past and learning from mistakes you might have made. And it's always a good sign, I find, when you look at your past self and you're oh, geez, that's what I used to be like. That's a good sign. That means you've grown. That means you've advanced, right? And when you dwell on that stuff, that's when you kind of get those fears and anxieties building up. And when you're too busy worrying about the future, right? When you're too busy worrying about oh no, what am I going to do about this, and this? You're not enjoying your present. You're not enjoying the fact that you're worrying about someone in your family might be really ill and you're worried about what your life will be like without them. And you're sitting there worrying about it so much that you're not enjoying the time you do have with them, right? So that's that. In the future, we got the Ten of Swords. It's a quick ending, a brutal ending. It can be, because that definitely didn't take 10 swords to take that guy out. So it was a bit of overkill. But you can see here in his hand, he's making this like symbol, and it's the symbol of luck. So even though it is a brutal, quick ending, it's a lucky ending. Maybe it's a sort of a fortuitous thing that this came to an end for you, potentially. But the Ten of Swords, I always say, this reminds me of the song Today by the Smashing Pumpkins, in which it's a song about someone who's at their lowest point in their life, and they are saying that today is the worst day ever because it's the lowest point, but it's also the best day ever because they can only go up from here. And that's what it's saying. Maybe you're going to be brought low in the future, and maybe that's what you're worried about. You're worried about being brought to this point, being brought to this brutal ending. But the thing is, that'll happen, and then you'll just go up. Like the progress is only going to go up from here. So I really like that, Scorpio. But let's get some clarifiers, right? There's change. The only thing that never changes is the fact that everything changes, right? Like change will come, endings will happen, and sometimes they'll bring you down, right? Like the future is uncertain, and sometimes you get brought down in bad ways, right? And sometimes you get brought down to your lowest point, and you feel like, oh my God, like how will I ever get out of this? The fact is, you can only go up. If this is your lowest point, you can only go up. You can only improve. You can only get better. You can only go forward, right? So just staying positive, like I say, it's all about your mindset. It's all about your thoughts, right? It's all about those thoughts, Scorpio. If you keep your thoughts positive, you're going to trend in a positive direction, right? If you keep your thoughts in a negative spot, you're going to trend in a negative direction. So that's just how it is. Unfortunately, like I've been the victim of that. Certainly in my life, I spent far too many years in a negative mindset, and then once I started kind of working in a positive way, my life's improved since then. So that's that's great, right? I think about this channel, for instance. When I first started, I was kind of like a little like uncertain about like how this channel would go, and then I started picking up subscribers, and I started picking up like viewers and stuff, and people were liking and then people started liking the videos, and people started commenting and saying that they appreciated these readings and stuff, and that trended me in a positive direction. Even when like a subscriber unsubscribes from my channel, I'm not too worried about it, because you know what, they just didn't, their time ended with me, and there's no reason to get mad at them or upset or be like, oh no, I'm going to lose all my subscribers. The thing is, I'm staying positive. It's like that person's just done with me. Like they no longer want my my channel in their life, and that's fine. There's no reason to be upset or worried about that. There's going to be somebody else that's going to pick up and be like, hey, I want to stick around for these readings, right? Your vibe attracts your tribe. So I'm not worried about that, right? I'm not worried about the future, because I know that as long as I keep at this and I stick true to myself and I stick true to being positive, people will be attracted to that and positively be attracted to that. So anyway, that's all that, Scorpio. That's all to say that I appreciate if you leave a like down below as I'm shuffling the hell out of this deck. Appreciate any support you want to give. As I mentioned, you can subscribe, hit that bell icon if you haven't already, so that way you never miss any of these videos, and you can check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising videos after this one to get a full scope of what's potentially coming to you in the week ahead. So that's all in on you if you want to do that, Scorpio, and if you don't, hey, I'm a pre-recorded message. I can't stop you. But anyway, let's get these cards rolling. Between the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Swords, we got the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is a person that's really good in their finances, a person that's really solid. Like they have solid material world, solid financial world. They make solid plans, budgets, things like that to get to where they want to be. So the King of Pentacles is saying, you want to get into that positive. You're coming from a place of like balance and generosity, and you want to get into like learning how to properly do your thoughts and communications and such, and getting in touch with that, he's saying make a plan. Make a plan right now for that. It may be a slow plan, because growth is a slow thing. It's slow progress, right? Nothing happens like instantaneous. Overnight successes don't happen overnight. But he's saying, like, the King of Pentacles is saying, like, start finding out, like, start the groundwork for that plan, right? Get that going, right? Get that progress ready. Like, go on YouTube and learn about, people communicating with each other better, or go on YouTube or somewhere, a website or something, and learn about thinking in a positive way and getting out of that negative mindset like we were talking about, right? So I like that. Between the Page of Swords and Ten of Swords, we got the Hangman. Am I holding the Hangman upside down? No, he came out like that at first. I was like, anyway, the Hangman is about getting a new perspective. It's about ending stagnation. It's about, gaining like enlightenment. So like I say, gaining enlightenment about thinking in a positive direction, possibly getting out of that negative headspace like we were talking about. And maybe that's what the ending is. Maybe the ending isn't this quick ending that's coming. Maybe it's not a bad ending. Maybe it's not the quick end of like some sort of relationship or something like that. Maybe that quick ending is the quick ending of your negative mindset. Once you find like some way to get into that positivity, it's like, boom, you're never looking back. Like, I'm just rocketing forward, right? Maybe that's what you feel like right now is you're at your lowest, and then that's coming to an end. So I like that a lot, Scorpio. And for an outcome card, we got the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is a card of a soulmate, right? So it can also represent a decision as well, not just love, but that's what can happen, right? Like, that's what can happen when you, like I was saying, your vibe attracts your tribe. So maybe if you're single right now, and that's kind of like one of those things been hanging up on you, you've been thinking negative about yourself, this turnaround and positivity is bringing your soulmate into you. It's bringing them closer. Maybe not in right away, right? Because timing is a weird thing, but like maybe it's bringing that person in and saying like your positivity is just attracting them like a magnet, like just bringing them in closer, slow. Again, King of Pentacles is about slow progress. So again, they might be coming in slow, but they're coming, right? You're bringing them in rather than being negative and pushing them away. This is drawing that soulmate type person in. It can also just represent a decision, right? It can represent, like, twos are about decisions. They're about like, which way do I go? So I'm going to get another clarifier for that. Six of Pentacles just came up again. A card about balance, a part about being generous. So we're like, we started off with the 6, we're ending with the 6 here. So it's just, maybe you're making a decision to, maybe before you were in this kind of a setup, right? And that's where you were, and you're kind of falling out of that into that negative mind space like I was talking about. And now you're moving back into it, like with this decision to be more positive and stuff. Scorpio, you're deciding to come back into the 6 of Pentacles, back into being generous and being balanced and being, about like helping others and stuff. Whereas before you might have been kind of feeling low and getting down on yourself unfairly, right? So I like that, Scorpio. That's all I got for you. Hope that helps you out. You remember, you can like, you can subscribe, you can hit that bell icon so you never miss a video. You can check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising videos after this one if you haven't already, and get a full scope of what's coming for you potentially in the week ahead. And I hope to see you, Scorpio, in the next video.